Shalom, family. How are we today? It's a little late today. Um, Making memories. Wait, please tell me you spent some time with the Most High. You've been on your knees already. You've already read the scripture or a chapter. Um, did I say pray? Yes. And you prayed? Like, I know you've already done that because we're family and that's what we do. So, if you don't know, I am a teacher by profession and I homeschool my grandson now. I don't work for the system anymore as far as teaching. I will teach, but not in the system. Um, I think it's awesome because I think about people talk about, I hear people say stuff like, I wish I could go back to my childhood. And I'd be like, ooh, not me, not me. I'm good on that. I didn't have a childhood. My children, again, I was a horrible mom, so they didn't have the best growing up. I mean, we did they were very far in between. Um, but today I make memories with my grandson. I'm homeschooling him. Today we made a work truck, a mini camera, and a moped out of Legos. Um, Homeschool is so much fun. I enjoy it. We learn about a little bit of everything. Um, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm able to make memories with my grandson. He'll have good memories when I leave this earth. I think about the memories that my children will have. But I've been forgiven. The Most High has forgiven me. Um, I know it's gonna take some time for them because I mean, ever since I was probably my late 20s, early 30s, telling my children, I used to say counseling, because I was big on getting help for somebody else. I didn't necessarily want to do all that because, it seemed like every time I went to counseling, they always want to give you some doggone pills. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. Can I just talk? I know it's something um, that can help me that I don't have to take the pills y'all want to give me. So I'm not doing that. But yeah, I need the real doctor. I need the Most High to cleanse me because He said He will do it. All the things you went through, He will make sure you come out as if you were never hurt. Like for real. For real, for and it's weird. It really is weird because the things that I went through in my life and I look around today and it's like, yep, I've been through all of those things and they don't even hurt. But I'll take that back. It still hurts in certain times. Like, I get triggered, right? I have those my triggers now. Because at the end of the day, I'm thankful and I'm so blessed to be where I am. To not be schizophrenic. I never, one of the counselors said that to me. You've been through, he says, it's a wonder you're not schizophrenic. Schizophrenic. And I was like, I might be. Like, for real. Then I heard later on in life, I think you're bipolar. Because they always thought my dad was bipolar. They also thought my dad was an alcoholic. But no, he didn't drink. That was just his way of living. It's the way he did things. But today, despite who I was as a mom and all of the things, I can say that in my healing, as my job as a teacher, I still have students that keep up with me to this day, and I love that. I um and then like I said, homeschooling my grandson. So I'm making memories and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that's my friend. He's in here. So regardless of where you've been and how you've done it, you can be forgiven. You can definitely be forgiven. I cannot make up for what I've done with my children. Um, and initially, I think that's what I was trying to do, make up for it. How can you make up for somebody of something that's already happened? You know, the pain is there. And just because you're nice now doesn't mean, I should, you know, forgive you or not even so much forgive you, like want to be around you or whatever. But making memories of my grandson is fun. I'm definitely enjoying it. I tell people all the time, when you have your children, you're overprotective, you love them, you do whatever you can to make sure they're happy or whatever. But the grandchildren, they hit different. Like I'll get you, your mom and your daddy over my grandchildren. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would get my own children over my grandchildren. Yep, I would. I get them. What they do to you. It feels good to have better memories of my own actions because thinking about how I used to be and the things I've done and the trauma I've went through and then the trauma I've caused, it's good to actually have other memories with others, that are memories that people want to remember. I apologize to some of my adult cousins um, because their mom was like, she used to do so much to try to keep me away from the pain of my dad and, let me come over on the weekends. And I still treat her like crap. It was weird how I was, I hated being with my earthly father, but at the same time, it was almost like I just didn't like being around people, for real. I don't like being around people. So even if you were being nice and trying to help me, I didn't trust anybody. So I treated everybody the same, sort of. Sometimes it took a minute for me to realize that, oh yeah, I really like you and I can see that you're trying to help. Then there was just I think it was just their delivery of it all because, I'm already on 10. And so if you come at me on 10, so that's just going to make me go to 20 or 30. So it was hard for me to hear what they were saying to me. But yeah, I, I'm just, I'm just thankful that there's someone on this earth that can say, oh, I had a great time with Miss Carla. Miss Carla taught me a lot because I felt like I was going to leave this earth, and the only thing that I would show for it was the trauma that I went through and the trauma that I caused. And I was like, I'm not going to make it. Like I'm not going to have everlasting life, even though I didn't know what that meant, really. Okay, but I knew I wanted it. Okay, I'm still a work in progress. Believe you me, but I'm so much better than I was before, and I'm so thankful. because I never thought that I would have that or be able to say that about myself. And then on top of that, make a difference in someone else's life in a positive way. All praises to the Most High, yeah. All praises. It's amazing how the enemy makes you feel so guilty, so embarrassed, so depressed about where you've been. We've all got a past. Everybody has something they've been through or done that they didn't like, would change it if they could, or embarrassed, don't even want to ever tell anybody in their life. Like everybody has some. Um, but the enemy makes us feel afraid to talk about what we've been through and what has happened to us. And if we were talk to one another more, you'd be surprised that we're more like each other than we know. The only difference is I used to strive to be a Christian, but now I'm a follower of the way. We're not Christians. No, no, no. They do things that's against the Most High, and they love that prosperity preaching. And the only prosperity they're thinking about is their own. My pastor deserves every penny a person can give him. He's opened my eyes because of the Most High, of course. He's been sent. So my pastor don't never ask you for no donate. Well, I'm not gonna say he don't ask to donate for, and it don't even be for him and his family. It'd be for other people that are in need for something. And he'd be like, "Don't even send it to me. I mean, you could send it to me, and I'll make sure they get it, but send it directly to them. Like he's not in it for what he can get, even though he deserves him and his family. Oh, please, they deserve. They do so much for us, not just us, just in general. They do so much. And the best part of it is they teach you the truth. Hashtag FINDKOFI, Pastor Kofi. And then once you get to hear his teaching, then other ministers that we have in our family, they all teach in a different way. And I mean that, like they all have their own way of teaching it. But it's the same message. It's the same message. I love that. I love that. So don't give up. It's too much inside of you that is needed out in this world. Somebody needs some bodies. Like there are many persons out here that are looking for what you have. What you have that only you could give. It's not even hard for you to do, I promise you. Have you to do out here out here in this on this earth for real. It's like it's you. Like what he's asking you to give is you. And it's simple because it's me. Like I can talk all day. Please, I've been doing this. I talk a people's head off when I was a child. I used to fly a lot, like a lot. I used to go from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I would go to Paterson, New Jersey, or I'm going to New York. I traveled a lot when I was a child. So, and I used to travel alone when I was back in the day. You could travel alone, and then you could be hooked up with you a stewardess, and she would be your stewardess for the flight, and they would, make sure you're safe and you got to the right person and all of that. Shoot, could nobody sit next to me? I'm talking, and you're gonna listen. Did you hear what I asked you? Like I'm talking, I'm asking questions. Yeah, I could talk. So making these videos is nothing. Like I can do this all day. I have stories forever. So that's not nothing. So it's easy. It's because it's me. I can do this. the writing of the books, which is the same thing as talking. I write down what I'm feeling, I write down what I need to say, and it becomes a book, right? I could do that all day. That's why I was able to write 10 books, okay, in 2 months. 2 months. Who can say that they wrote 10 books in 2 months? I don't, and I'm not bragging in any way. I'm not. But what I'm saying is the Most High has done that for everyone. My pastor teaches 3 hours, and it feels like it's just been a few minutes. I'm like, oh, it's over already. I'm not kidding. He could preach for 3 hours, and then he has a 4 hours of power. Like he does it on a regular. He may take a couple of days off during the week, but for real, on a regular, for 3 hours, standing up, just talking, teaching. It's him. It's him. It's a part of him. That's why he can do it the way he does it. And can't nobody do it like him. Even the other ministers that we have, they're awesome, but they can't do it the way our pastor does it. Just like he can't do it the way they do it. He gives us all a special way of doing something. It's the work that he's called us to do. And it's so easy to do. It really is because it's you. Like, I'm serious. It's you. The curriculum for the children. I have K through 12 curriculum out there where people can purchase. And it's awesome. It's like awesome. I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. This is cool for me. What can I do? How can I help them? All students are teachable. All students can learn. They may all learn in a different way, but that's okay. I got you. And the best part about homeschooling is that you know your child. You know your student. You know them. You know them so that it's easier to know what gets them. It's easy to know if they can really do something. It's easy to know what they really like. It's easier to know for how to talk to them. It's easier because you know them. Most teachers don't care. I've been there. I know. I'm a teacher. I've seen it. They don't care. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, oh well. And some of them have the audacity to want to talk about your child to other teachers. They know not to come over here with me. Don't come over here. Don't even try it. They couldn't learn with you. And literally, I've proven that. This woman told one of my students to their parents' faces, I'm like, y'all are good, that their child was dumb. Can you imagine? She said, what? I started crying. I'm not even kidding because I was fired up. She told you that to her face. Even if she believed that, she told you that to your face that your child was dumb. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. And I said to that parent, I don't believe that there are any dumb children. You just need to figure out how to help teach them. That's it. They all have different personalities. They all learn differently. They see things differently. So you got to get on with the program. And as a teacher, it's your job to figure them out and figure out what works for them. At least that's how I do it. I don't know how you do it. When I got through with that child, because that child came to my class next, the parents were in tears because they were like, they told us our child was dumb. My child comes home and wants to play school with his little brother and his family. Hello? In my class, my motto is, I'm Miss Carla. I like, wait, I'm going to say it the right way. Welcome to Miss Carla's class, where learning is fun. I make sure learning is fun. I want it to be fun because learning is fun, especially when you going through these lies that they've been teaching us and finding out what the truth is fun. Because let's think about how they didn't want people to read. They didn't want certain people to read because they knew that the answers were in the books. And they knew if we would go looking, we would go find it. So now, as an adult woman, I enjoy going to find. We have the days of the week. Yes, the days of the week is 7 of his spelling words, right? How many days in a week? 7. He says, no, it's 5, right? He said, because what about the weekend? Yeah, we found out the weekend was made up by Henry Ford in 1926. Why? Because he wanted to boost morale, not morale, productivity, excuse me. He figured if he gives his workers some time off, they'll come back and be ready to work some more and make him some more money. So he came up with the weekend. But if you were asked how many days in a week, now here he thinks it's 5. Well, because they said Monday through Friday is to get, the days of the week. Yeah, but they're actually 7. They made up a new thing with this calendar thing so that, the weekend, the parent employees can have the weekend off. But really, 7 days a week is what it is. That's what it originally was. But they don't want to tell you that. But just like I said in another video, I mentioned this that I was one of those children that I was always asking questions like, "What? That don't make sense." When we were talking about the days of the week, or I think it was the days of the week, or we were making the calendar. I can't remember what it was. It was something along those lines. And I'm like, y'all keep saying that the beginning of the week is Monday, but Sunday is the first day on the calendar. And my teacher, oh, she's too smart for her own good. Um, that's just how they made the calendar. Okay, well, then Sunday should be the first day of the week then. Because if it was supposed to be the other way, then why don't they just put Monday? Why is it Monday on the first day of the week in these calendars? That don't make sense to me. That just don't make no sense. But, a lot of teachers used to make me feel some type of way because I'm like, well, maybe I am asking a dumb question. Well, maybe it that does make sense, but it did never made sense to me. What does Monday mean besides Moon Day? It means the second day. Monday means the second day. So we're right. Sunday is the first day and Monday is the second day of the week. So that makes sense. Sunday should start off the week. But no, no, no. There's 7 days a week, but there's only 5 days a week because we have the weekend. No, it's not. There's 7 days, period. That's it. They always make up stuff just to fit their narrative for them. And I told my grandson, it's usually always tied around some money. Always tied around some money, or we can do this, or we can make more money. So yeah, I enjoy homeschooling. I enjoy being a teacher too, but I like homeschooling better because I like research. I like to see it with my own eyes and be able to look things up and see for myself. And my he's been having a ball. He's been having a ball. So yeah, make some memories if you can with your children, if you can with your grandchildren, your husband, your friends. Make good have memories. Make some good memories with somebody. Life is, I used to say that life's too short. No, it's not so much it is short. Because once we get our glorified body, it's not gonna end. We have life everlasting, right? You can get life everlasting. What does that mean? Will never end. So when he comes back to judge, we're either going to have a beautiful life that's everlasting, or you're going to have the other, but you're still going to have it everlasting. So pick the one you want. That's why I'm over here on this side. I want that beautiful life and I want it everlasting. Just everlasting smiles, everlasting peace, everlasting love, everlasting most high Yah, everywhere I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like being his follower. I'm that sheep and I'm following my shepherd. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I make the videos. That's why I make the books or write the books. That's why we have the curriculum. Because in our curriculum, we don't teach our children. We have an entrepreneurship program inside of our curriculum because we don't know what the Most High has our children here to be. Our jobs, as we have our children, we're supposed to, one, teach them the truth. I'm not going to go through the list of all the things to do it because I have it written down. Well, wait a minute, I can't. I see how long this video is. I apologize. I'm just talking today. I know I have it written down. There it is. 0 to 3, they learn about being a boy or a girl. 4 to 6, you wean them off mom. 7 to 9, apprenticeship. They learn to do what you do. Whatever mom is doing, the daughters do. Whatever dad's doing, the sons do. Um, 10 through 12, extreme education. 13 through 15, trained to become an adult. 16 through 18, trained to become a husband or wife. 19 through 21, trained to become a mother or a father. 22, your son, 22, son gives him you give your son his inheritance. The daughter is safe at home with her oil and her lamp, waiting for her husband. I'm just reading other notes that I have written down. But yeah, so after we have our children, we do that, right? So initially, you do what what your mom do, you do what your dad does. So that's normally how it went. Um, and in you doing that, the Most High will show you in the direction that He wants you to go. We're not supposed to be out here telling everybody what they're supposed to do with their life. We don't know what the Most High has going on for them. Our job is to do it the way He tells us to do it, and He'll take care of the rest. So stop telling your children you want them to be football players, because all y'all thinking about is the money. Y'all thinking about the money. Stop telling them what they supposed to be out here doing. Stop letting them watch these videos where the people just got the money and they're doing all the things, because now they want to do is follow whatever the money's at. And if you do that, you're 9 times out of 10 going to run into trouble. You know it. We already see what's going on with Diddy and all the countless other ones. Y'all know what goes on. Stop showing them that and let the Most High let them learn what the Most High wants for them to do. Like he already knows what they're here for. You do your part, He does His. So that's what we teach them the regular stuff that they should learn, but some of the stuff we're not learning their history, we're learning the truth. We don't want to hear his story. We want our own story. Now you can hear some of their story because then you want to compare the things. You want to see like, oh, really? They want us to believe that, but this is what the truth is. It's over here. We want them to think the way the Most High wants them to think, not the way we want them to think. Yeah. So that's why He's given all of this for me to do. Because it's me, I can do this all day. And it's a lot of work, but it's not a lot of work. If that even makes sense. I'm telling y'all, you got to follow the way. Guide you in those spaces that you never thought you'd be. It's like, oh, and then but once you do it, it's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is it. This is it right here. So I said all that to say this. The Most High has something for you. He don't care what you've done. He knew. But what are you going to do with that information now? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to let the enemy win and take over? Or are you going to follow the Most High? Get in your work that He has here for you and let him show you what He got. He's got something really great for you, I promise. Keep watching. You'll see. You'll see. I'm not going to be like this always. He has something special for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I think that's all for today. Well, for now. Shalom, family.